7 powerful secrets of African identity you were never taught. Do you want to unlock the hidden strengths of your African roots, looking for proven wisdom that can rebuild your pride, power, and purpose? Then don't miss these 7 timeless secrets from the groundbreaking book Born African, Live African, and Die African. Whether you're on African soil or abroad, these truths will awaken your spirit and ignite your journey of self-discovery. Let's dive into the soul-shaking revelations, each one filled with wisdom, truth, and unstoppable African pride. 1. To be born African is to inherit a legacy of resilience, carved by history and blessed by heritage. What does it truly mean to be born African? It means you carry in your blood the triumphs of kingdoms and the dreams of warriors. 2. Living African is embracing Ubuntu, our collective heartbeat of humanity. Can Ubuntu really shape our world today? Yes. It teaches us that I am because we are, making every African responsible for the well-being of others. 3. Colonial chains may have scarred our bodies, but they never erased our identity. How do we reclaim what colonization tried to destroy? By unlearning inferiority, embracing our languages, traditions, and honoring our ancestry. 4. African identity is not a costume, it is a soul passed from ancestors to the unborn. Is identity still relevant in a globalized world? More than ever, identity anchors us in turbulent times, guiding our decisions and our destiny. 5. Our traditions are not outdated, they are living blueprints for sustainable living. Are African traditions a burden or a blessing? A blessing. They teach us harmony with nature, community, and the sacredness of life. 6. Even in death, we return to the land that birthed us. This is the sacred circle of African life. Why is dying African a powerful concept? Because it speaks to belonging and eternal unity with our ancestors and the land. 7. The African spirit is not broken. It adapts, it endures, and it triumphs. Can African identity survive modern challenges? Yes, and not just survive. It will shape the future with innovation rooted in heritage. Now, let's dive into the roots of identity. To understand who we are, we must first remember where we come from. From the kingdoms of gold to the fires of resistance, Africa is not just our birthplace, it's our becoming. Why is African identity more than just location? Because it's forged through centuries of history, resistance, and shared spirit. A living memory that breathes through our languages, rituals, and dreams. Africa is not a single story. It is a continent of voices, echoes, and resilience, sewn into its languages, landscapes, and legacies. What makes African identity so unique is diversity. Over 2,000 languages, hundreds of ethnic groups, countless traditions, and the spirit to keep them alive. Before the chains, we had kingdoms. Before the ships, we had stories. Before the silence, we had songs. What was Africa like before colonialism and slavery? Rich, structured, and advanced, with empires, trade routes, knowledge systems, and community leadership grounded in culture. Though the past tried to erase us, our identity survived in the rhythms of the drum, the poetry of our tongues, and the fire of remembrance. How did African identity endure slavery? Through music, oral traditions, spirituals, and memory, each a quiet rebellion against erasure. Colonial lines cut across our lands, but not our souls. Our spirit refused to be mapped. How did colonialism affect African identity? It fractured systems but awakened resistance, birthing Pan-Africanism, cultural revival, and a thirst for unity. We were never just victims of history. We were its architects, its guardians, and its poets. What is the legacy of Africa's historical civilizations? Architectural marvels, trade networks, governance systems. Long before colonization, we thrived with innovation and wisdom. Our languages are not just words, they are memory. They carry the soul of a people, and when we speak, our ancestors speak with us. Why is language central to African identity? It carries stories, values, knowledge, Every dialect is a heartbeat of culture. In our diversity, we find unity. In our many identities, we find one spirit, African. Can African identity truly unite across differences? Yes, because beneath the diversity lies a shared heartbeat of community, land, and ancestral pride. Our history is not a burden, it is our blueprint. It shows us how to rise, how to resist, and how to rebuild. What can we learn from Africa's past? That resilience runs deep. From colonization to cultural revival, our identity has always fought to live. To be African is to walk in the footsteps of our ancestors, not as shadows, but as carriers of memory, strength, and soul. What connects Africans across time and space? It's our lineage, a thread that runs from the cradle of civilization to today's global village, tying us to ancient wisdom and future greatness. Our ancestors are not gone. They are alive in our names, our songs, and our dreams. Why does oral tradition matter in modern Africa? It is not just how we remember, it's how we live, preserve, and honor our soul as a people. The past is not behind us. In Africa, the past walks beside us, whispering truth, teaching wisdom. What makes African identity unshakable? The resilience inherited from empires, civilizations, and cultural memory etched in every drumbeat and every name. To forget our ancestors is to be lost. To remember them is to rise. How does remembering ancestry empower the future? By honoring the stories and sacrifices before us, we gain the courage and clarity to shape what comes next. We carry the past not as burden, but as blessing. We are the living echo of kings, queens, griots, and warriors. Is African heritage a weight or a weapon? It's our spiritual armor, protecting our values, sharpening our voice, and guiding our vision. In every African child is a seed of an ancient empire, a story waiting to rise again. How do ancient civilizations still shape African youth today? Blueprints for leadership, resilience, and innovation today. If you've made it this far, it's clear you deeply care about Africa and its future. But this is just the beginning. The next video dives even deeper into this powerful topic, revealing truths that will open your eyes even more. Don't miss it. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and continue the journey to rediscover African greatness.